train now approach platform 1, train Vickstown platform 1. Vickstown train serves Knapford, Crosby, Wellsworth, Marron, Kildane, Provincegate and Vickstown Station. When the North Western Railway was formed, much of Sodor had been opened up for rail traffic. Most of the lines made towns and cities accessible from the most remote rural areas, and for others, it meant goods flow could increase reliability far better than the roads. And the first, completely northwestern built line stretched northeastwards towards the west of Arlesburgh. In 1950, the North Western Railway was formed from several other companies, and their first line came from a government order a year afterwards. It was intended to reach Harwich. However, by the time Arlesburgh West had been reached, there was no longer a need for a further extension. The services to Harwich weren't entirely forgotten. After the proposal to extend the line from the actual town of Arlesburgh and Harwich was dropped, a bus link was provided between the two, which led to convenience and financial successes. In 1964, the need for a new harbour to ease congestion at Tidmouth had once again become acute, leading Sir Topham Hatt, better known as the Fat Controller, to search for a suitable site for developing a new harbour. Arlesburgh proved ideal, and during the surveying of the area, he noticed that while the branch that was still open under a skeleton service, the line was noticeably overgrown, while the former trackbed of the MSR was still relatively weed-free. Inquiring locally, he was told that this was due to the fact that the bootstrapped company restored to using spoil from the lead mines as ballast that was free to them. After exhaustive tests were conducted and proved the spoil to be weed resistant, the Fat Controller met with the management of both the Culdifell and Scarlowie railways, suggesting they join the North Western Railway in a consortium to exploit this still freely available material. Mr. Richards, manager of the Culdifell, suggested that given the natural beauty of the Arle Valley, that this venture should be expanded into that of tourism. This suggestion was seconded by Sir Handel Brown and Topham Hatt, leading to the construction of the Arlesdale Railway. Both the branch line and narrow gauge railway were relaid, and new exchange facilities were built at Arlesburgh West, with 2 Lister's diesels assisting with the laying of the narrow gauge line on top of the Mid-Sodor Railway's former trackbed. Progress proceeded rapidly. The new railway was close to completion when Number 8 came to Arlesburgh to investigate the rumours of the small railway engines, and after working well with them, was put in charge of the branch line, with numbers 9 and 10 assisting. A turntable was installed for the Caledonian Twins at Arlesburgh West. As a further award, Number 8 was given 2 auto coaches, Alice and Mirabelle, that were painted into Great Western Railway livery. And when in for overhauls or repairs, Number 8 uses 3 Maunsell coaches to substitute them. The Arlesdale Railway passed its BOT inspection and opened with passenger services in Easter 1967. During the same year, Number 11, after his rescue and restoration to Great Western Railway livery, came to work on the branch line along with his faithful coach, Isabel, and brakevan Toad. The Fat Controller also tracked down a fourth Great Western auto coach named Dulcie to allow the two engines to operate a push-pull service, and the branch line soon gained the moniker the Little Western. There is an hourly passenger service to Tidmouth, 7 trains continuing to Knapford, with ballast from the Arlesdale mines also being carried. It also carries much needed tourists to the Arlesdale Railway. All of these tracks were laid as the first efforts of the North Western Railway laying their own original tracks. And boy, did they excel in terms of passengers and goods.
Train on a journey, train on a track. Take me where I want to go, take me back. Building the line by the sweat of your brow and the strength of your own hand. With stone, steel and sand, earning the land. Railway sleeper, get no rest. Ride the iron horse into the west. With a pick and a shovel to the mountain pass, the boys of the Barrow gang. With stone, steel and sand, earning the land.